access the Goa police wireless message on drugs in the Sonali Phogat death probe. We are getting to know that more drugs have been recovered as part of the probe. The accused hid more drugs in the toilet of Curly's nightclub, from where those have been recovered now by the police. This is a wireless message given by Police Inspector of the Anjana Police Station to the headquarters, which is the PCR, Panaji. And in this, the police inspector is bringing to the notice that on 27th, that is today at around 5 a.m., based on the questioning of the accused, which is Sudhir Pal Sangwan, who is one of the accomplices in the murder, along with Sudhir, of course, the two aides of Sonali Phogat. And all right, in fact, Goa DGP is addressing a press conference. Let's listen to him.
The peddler who provided drugs to Sudhir Sangwan, which was ultimately administered to the deceased. And the second case has been registered against the premises of the shack, and we recovered a small amount of drug from the toilet. So since he is the caretaker or the manager of the resort, so it is his responsibility that his premises should not be used for any illegal purposes. So considering that, a case under NDPS Act has also been registered, and both of them have been taken into custody.
So you have also registered both of them, Sukhvinder as well as Sudhir.
Yeah,
ये connection कैसे है? इस केस से ये connection कैसे है?
नहीं, basically buying and selling drug. Okay. Storage, transportation, buying, selling and transferring drugs in any form is an offence under NDPS Act. So that is why they have also been made part of the FIR.
Okay. So now there's also an angle of the property which you had mentioned, yesterday, the economic interest angle. That's being probed very strongly by the police. You can
no, because it's not an angle. It's only an allegation, which of course police would definitely look into, because in generally speaking, in such offences, property angle is also considered to be a strong motive. But whether this is so in this particular case, that will have to be looked into, because that was one of the allegations of the complainant, who is the brother of the deceased. So we'll definitely look into that angle also. But to investigate that, we might be sending a team to Haryana to find out whether this angle is valid or not.
About a political angle, because in their complaint they have mentioned that it was kind of a plot.
No, I would not comment on that, because my investigation is purely concerned with the murder investigation. It is just at the initial stage. But as investigating officer, we look into all angles.
Last question I would like to ask you, sir, about the chemical analysis. कब हम expect करेंगे chemical analysis का report आ जाए, जिससे और ज़्यादा तथ्य सामने आए, पुलिस को भी जिससे मदद हो सकती है?
No, basically that is in the domain of Central Forensic Science Laboratory, because we've decided to send the exhibits to CFSL Chandigarh. So it would depend on that. Of course, we would write to them to expedite the result as early as possible.
Now, one thing, sir, while asking for custody today of the accused, there was a mention that, there might be the involvement of non-localites as well, considering both the accused also aren't localites themselves, aren't Goans. So have you so far found any leads as far as other people are concerned, other accused are concerned, not belonging to Goa?
Basically, इन्होंने उनको help की, पूरी साजिश रचने के लिए, या उनको कोई material provide की?
नहीं, अभी तक ऐसा कोई कॉन्स्पिरेंसी एंगल नहीं आया है, बट इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज अ वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रोसेस, एंड इफ ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन इफ एनीथिंग लाइक दिस इमर्जेस, दैट विल डेफिनेटली बी लुक्ड एट.
And the accused knew the drug peddler from earlier, sir, or?
अभी तक इस तरह की कोई नो सच इंफॉर्मेशन हैज कम अप सो फार, बट as I said, whenever we look into such angles, all angles are looked into, whether the accused was familiar with him earlier or not, that will also be looked into.
Motive के बारे में मुझे पता नहीं चला है.
The motive requires very in-depth investigation, and we are still at the initial stage of investigation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Goa DGP talking about the drug seizure. There's been a fresh drug seizure in the Sonali Phogat murder mystery. In fact,
We are hearing that her own aides, one age 39, one age 31, Sudhir and Sukhwinder, who were with her, drugged her, procured drugs in Goa at a club called Curly's, very famous, very popular in Goa. And after drugging her, they left a lot of the drugs behind. And I have the wireless message of the Goa police here with me. I'm going to get Alisha live. Alisha live in just a second. In just a second, I'm going to get Alisha live. I'll just open up that police note first up. Here's the police note. I'm going to zoom into that police note in just a second. In just a second. This is the police note. Let me see if I can just snip that up. Okay, this is the police note. And the police note is here with me. And in the police note, it's a wireless message, by the way. And very interestingly, the wireless message is dated the 27th of August. Dated the 27th of August. And in this, it talks about how in the intervening night, since last night, they've recovered more drugs. So what exactly were they doing? Alisha, I think this raises more questions. She was found dead on Tuesday. We've been debating it since Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And on Friday night, the police goes back to the club. And Friday night, in the ladies' toilet, I want to read out that part. It says on the 27th of August, at 5 o'clock, that's 5 a.m. 27th of August, 5 a.m. I'm writing down some of the important points. They say that upon the complaint of an inspector about Sudhir and the other accused Sukhwinder, they found psychotropic drug meth. They call it, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm going to try. It's methamphetamine weighing 2 grams worth 6,000, etc. And it was at the ladies' toilet. And it was still there. What were they doing for 5 days? Alisha, for 5 days, and I think that tells you that for 5 days, the Goa police, you look at the chronology, right? On Tuesday, she's found dead. Wednesday, there are theories floated about suicide, possible cardiac arrest. On Wednesday, the family writes saying it's murder. On Thursday, you have the police themselves coming under pressure, saying that the provisional death certificate mentions body, assault marks, blunt injury marks. On Friday, we're debating it, you're reporting live, you're talking about how the crime scene may have been cleaned up. Then how is it that this morning, Saturday early morning, drugs are still being found in the same club where she died, where she was killed, where she was poisoned? Alisha.
Well, Niranjan, it's something that raises a question on the police investigation as well, because it was FSL team who visited the same restaurant, that is Curly's restaurant, and what they found in the bathroom, in the ladies' toilet, which clearly mentioned that 2.20 gram of the drugs, that is drug substance, that is worth rupees 6,000, that has been found in the ladies' toilet. It's been 4 days, as you rightly pointed out, Niranjan. It is something raises a question, because she died on 22nd, and this is when they have recovered drugs from the same toilet where Sonali, Phogat and other two were in the same toilet for around 2 hours. As of now, that has been sealed only after the FSL team which reached to the spot. They conducted all the searches in the same places, and finally what they found is a drug substance that was still kept in the same toilet. So even if it's been 4 days, and it was something luck for the police as well, we can say, because it could have been taken out, or it could have hampered the investigation as well, even if it's like after 4 days they have been finding it. If I really read out the wireless message of the police that we have access, which clearly mention that the Anjuna police who has registered a new case that is under section under NDPS Act. In this, the accused Sudhir Sangwa was found conceived psychotropic drug suspected to be methamphetamine weighing 2.20 grams worth rupees 6,000 in a ladies' toilet of a Curly's beach shack, that is in Anjuna, which accused Sukhwinder Singh has procured from accused Datta Prasad Gaukar, and that was on 22nd of August at around 8 p.m. at near Grand Leone Resort. So now this is something, a point we need to understand, that this is the drugs that was procured not from the same location, that is Curly's, but the drugs was procured from the same hotel, that is Grand Leone Hotel, where Sonali Phogat and the other two accused that were staying in the same hotel. Moreover, it is also mentioned that the owner management of Curly's Beach Shack Anjuna found knowingly permitted their premises for carrying out a narcotic activity. Being grave crime express report follows, which is by the police station, that is Anjuna police station, and which is why even the owner of the Curly's restaurant has been arrested just because he's been knowing, it is willingly that he permitted his customers, that is to take this to do this narcotic activities, which is why he was placed under arrest. So as of now, where the police has been investigating two matters, the two FIR that has been registered, one is the 302 of the IPC, that is a murder case, and the second, the case that has been registered with NDPS Act. In this, the 4 accused has been named, including Sukhwinder Singh, Sudhir Sangwan, and the drug peddler Datta Prasad,